You may be asked to repair a section of damaged turf on an edge, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. Okay, you will need some tools. I'll just talk you through them. You'll definitely need a half moon, a turfing iron or a shovel. It's also a good idea to have a little box pre-prepared, we call it a turf box, and something to dress the turf box with. We use these turf box knives during our assessments. Okay, setting this assessment up, your examiner may come along and create some damage to a section of turf. So he might come along and damage a section of turf on the leading edge like that and ask you to repair it. So, using your turf box as a gauge, with your half moon, you want to chop roughly following the dimensions of the turf box, or if you've got a plank, you could put a plank down to get that. So with your half moon, you go around the area. With your turfing iron or your shovel, you slide the turfing iron or a shovel underneath the grass, lifting that way. Don't be tempted to lift with the point, lift with the until it's pretty much clear, like that. That operation can be harder on stony ground, so just be aware of that. We can then ease out the bit of turf that we've just cut and place it into the turf box. I then place the turf box right up against the hole, if you like, that I've created, so that the spoil, it'll become apparent, so that the spoil I take off goes actually into the receiving hole, and consequently takes it to the right side, the right height. So I'm effectively screeding off the turf to make it a perfect depth, and I'm doing it a little bit at a time, but always going in the one direction to the hole, like that. Hopefully you can see that. I just move that this way so you can see that from the other side. So effectively I'm screeding off the turf to make it a consistent height all the way along. I'm trying to ensure that all my spoil that comes off actually goes into the receiving hole. Once I'm happy that the turf is now a consistent height, I just lightly level all the spoil that's come off into the hole from whence it came. Flip your turf box over so that the damaged bit is to the back, and let it drop back into the hole. So effectively now the damaged bit of grass, you can see there, the damaged bit of grass is effectively inland as opposed to on the edge. I would then use a bit of top dressing or a nice bit of topsoil and place it into the hole. Then I'm going to apply some grass seed to my repair over the top of Mark's narrative to repair the grass inland of the turf that I've done, like that. So we were rudely interrupted as one of my colleagues, Mark, walked past just then, but I'm just going to show you now the finished repair to the turf close up so you can see what's happening. I'm going to turn my camera around. There you go. Okay, so you can see now that we've got a lovely edge on the leading edge there now, where there was a bite in there, and the turf has been redressed and flipped round, and the repair is just there. Look, so if I just pan out, you can see the repair is now inland and giving us a nice edge on the outer side. Further aftercare may consist of just getting your foot and just healing out any joints like this. And you may also consider getting a bit of fine soil and just drizzling it into any joints where your half moon went in earlier. Top side and then the other side also here, look, just there, look, just rub a bit of soil in. Okay, and just remove any stones from the overall area, and that is a repaired edge of turf. What I would now do is get a watering can and give it a bit of a drink, and that should be ready for mowing in 2 weeks time, along with when the rest of the lawn is cut. That should be knitted in and ready to go in 2 weeks time.